If you'd like the strength of your team to be greater than the sum of the individual parts, stay tuned. We've got some leadership secrets to help you accomplish that. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. And we've been working on a series based upon great book, Leadership Secrets of Attila the Hun by Wess Roberts, where we've been going over some advice and then relating it to actual scenarios, experiences that I've had in my positions of leadership, hoping that coming from this particular angle will help you once again. So let's get right back to it. All who are Huns and those who seek to become one of us must learn, adapt, and adhere to our customs. If they're not Huns, then we must suspect them to be Romans or to be allies of the empire. Therefore, we must treat them with caution. When you have a team, a tribe, that's what you're trying to build. You're trying to build a tribe. You have certain rules, certain customs. That's what identifies you as a tribe, and you take those on willingly and with pride. So if somebody says, "Oh, I can't believe you're doing that," and you say, "Well, that's what we do, that's what we believe, that's what's going to make us better and stronger." Make sense? It's not essential that a Hun compromise those characteristics that make him a unique warrior. Every Hun, however, must be willing to conform to those things that distinguish us as a nation of strong, unified tribes. We must be single in purpose, yet individuality that does not distract from the tribe or nation must be preserved. So you want to belong to the team and you want to conform to the team, but the style, the individuality, the creativity with which you do it is open, it's free, and is to be admired. You're looking for people to be creative, to express their individuality, as long as what they're doing is for the benefit of the tribe and the loyalty thereof. What is good for the Hun must be good for the tribe and nation. Conversely, what is good for the tribe and nation must be good for the Hun. Otherwise, he will desert to the Romans. Okay, in this country, one of the things that we give up is when we go to the airport, they search you, essentially, okay? I mean, they're looking for contraband. And we give that up. Why? I mean, that we're not supposed to have search and seizure without probable cause. Why do we give that up? Because it's better for the bigger good, for the good of the nation. It's worth it so that some nut with a bomb doesn't go someplace. You follow what I'm saying? So is what we're giving up big enough to justify giving it up because it gives more of an advantage to the nation? And by the same token, are the rules of the nation important enough so that we as individuals will benefit from that? These are basic rules. These rules work on a United States level. They also work on a level in the workplace. When we prescribe dress for battle, celebration, ceremony, or other occasions, Huns will see to it that they wear that which is customary. If you're going to go to business, dress like business. Dress like business. It's as simple as that. You know, when I was working with this company, Copo, we would have a thing where you had to reach your commitment, and if you didn't reach your commitment by Friday night, you had to come in on Saturday. If you didn't reach it on Saturday, you had to come in on Sunday, because we were focused on getting the results, not only our individual commitment, but also our team commitment, what we would reach. One of the things that used to frost me like crazy was the boss, you know, my manager, who was not going out into the field. He would come on Saturdays dressed in his tennis outfit because he was going to go play tennis after the meeting. No, you don't do that. When I was the manager of the office, I would send my people out in the field. I'd go home from the office at 5 o'clock, and then they would meet out in the field at 9 o'clock. And when I would go out in the field at 9 o'clock, between 5 and let's say 8:30, I was living in San Diego. I had on a pair of shorts. I was comfortable. I cooked my dinner. I was relaxed, so on and so forth. But 8:30, quarter to 9, when I'm ready to go back to that final meeting that we had with our people in the field, I dressed up in a suit and tie. Why? I'm one of them. This is a business meeting. You dress like business. You don't want to add animosity. And I know that I felt animus when I'm ready to go out in the field on a Saturday and spend the whole hot San Jose Saturday out in the field, and he's out there playing tennis and having a couple of drinks with umbrellas. That didn't make me feel all that good. And I knew he wasn't going on the field, but still, he's like rubbing it in our face. Does that make sense? And by the same token, wear appropriate dress. Don't dress like you're going out on a date. Don't dress to be provocative. Don't dress too casual. Dress like a business person. Does that make sense? When we establish Hunnish methods, they must be taught to our young so that they will know what is expected of them in every situation. If Huns do not learn the rules of their chieftains, then they cannot be expected to be followed. You have rules, all right? And if you don't establish the methods, if you don't establish a routine, how do you expect people to follow it? People don't know what's expected of them. You have to have plans. You have to have, this is what we're going to do, this is the way we're going to do it, especially in the beginning. And then once you get that down, then creativity can come in and take over and add. But you have to have a foundation, just the same way as you as parents have foundations for your kids. I know in my house it was schools first, then if you want to play ball, that's fine, but you do your homework. There's no TV until that homework is done. In other words, what was important was laid down. It was very clear what we needed to do. The same thing has to be the case in the workplace. Our songs and dances must be unique in the celebration of our noble heritage. We must not introduce into them contaminants that may cause our heritage to become confused. It's okay to have little nuances, but when you take away from the basic foundation of what makes you a tribe in the first place, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. You always want to keep your eye on the ball. Why, when you wake up in the morning, your question should not be, why am I in business? You know why you're in business. You know what you want to accomplish. You have certain foundational elements that you follow, that you adhere to and follow every single day. That's what loyalty of a tribe is. You have to have that. That makes the tribe stronger. Our approach towards exacting tribute and loyalties from those we have chosen as the opposition must continue to use and increase the strength of the nation. Only when we fail to recognize our power and influence over the adversary have they set us back. It's okay to use tools, ideas, and so on that you get from other people, but they must also fit in with your greater game plan. They can't become such a distraction that takes away from your basic premise of your reason for existing in the first place. We must modify our customs when the situation warrants. If such an alteration will strengthen our position, we cannot, however, distill those customs that remain key to the success of the Hunnish nation. We cannot permit strong chieftains or groups of young Huns to attempt the founding of customs that serve only their purpose. Customs are of nations, not of individuals. All right, I've gone over that a little bit with you as far as, what goes on at the airport. Custom was before, years ago, Eli, I used to have my ticket, drop my bag, as I'm walking in the door, go right to the plane, boom, boom, boom. I could get there like 15, 20 minutes before the plane was supposed to leave, and it was easy as pie. Now, it's more of a complicated procedure. You got to go through the lines. You got to get examined. You got to have your luggage examined. All these different factors come into play. Why? Because it's necessary. Because it's helpful for the nation at large. When those types of things happen, you have to make sacrifices. This thing with the vaccine, to me, it fits exactly in that category. if we don't get everybody vaccinated, it's going to continue to mutate, and there's going to be a mutation that will come along. I don't know exactly when, but it will come along that will be stronger than the vaccine. And then where we're going to be? We're going to be right back where we started. We're on the road. Let's get to the destination. Let's finish the job. Being a Hun requires dedication and devotion to the cause of our nation. Following our customs is a tribute to our heritage and to our present and future. Simple enough. Huns are required to make oaths of lasting obligation to the nation. We, in turn, as leaders, must ensure that we have customs, strong traditions, worthy of such a lasting conviction, and must welcome into our tribes and nation all who adhere to those principles and ways we value now and forever. We celebrate our independence July 4th. That's a custom that we're always going to have. Anyone that becomes a citizen in the United States is going to embrace that our Independence Days. We have Easter, we have Christmas. You follow what I'm saying? We have customs and traditions. These things help to make us strong, help to make us part of the group, help to make the group worthwhile and productive. These things, these principles that we value now and forever. And when new people come into your tribe, in your business, and you have customs like that, they need to follow them as well, and they need to embrace them. All right, we're talking about making your business group very, very strong. Next time we get together, we're going to talk on morale and discipline, which will also make your group very, very strong. Until that time, always remember, hey, don't ration the passion, fashion the passion. I'm Eli's dad.